for about 7 years, you've had this post-game ritual. Tell us what you do.
After the game is over, and the kids line up on the 50, and they do the walk by, saying a good game to everybody. The coaches usually meet somewhere about midfield, shake hands, maybe talk, and then I go over to the 50-yard line. The kids are usually on the sidelines by the fans, and they do their fight song, and they come over to where I'm at the 50, and they usually run over and invite the other team to come out and join us. And I hold up both helmets, and I say, really quick prayer, thanking everybody for the opportunity to come out and compete, and talk about sportsmanship, and basically that's it. And the kids walk away to where they go.
Had you ever had a complaint about this?
I never had a complaint. I did have a few over the years. I had a few, teachers. I've had a few of the football players and their parents, and ask, is this a mandatory thing? I mean, what's the obligation here? They share that they don't have the same beliefs, or they have no beliefs, and they asked if that was ever going to be a problem, and I said no, absolutely not. And they could join us or not join us. They don't have to. I tell them, I'm just giving thanks for the kids, and tell them the message about what I say out at the 50, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because I'm not a preachy guy. I'm not a one of those really overly religious guys in any means. It's more about giving thanks for these young men who just battled, and they understand that, they respect that, and they think it's something that is really an awesome thing that we're doing here at Bremerton.
Why did you have this feeling, this desire that you needed to go out and say this prayer at the end of a game?
When I got offered the job, it's a pretty big commitment to coach for this long of a season. It starts in March and goes through November, and so it's a huge time commitment away from the family, and I wasn't sure what I was, going to do, and if I would even be good at it. So I saw the movie Facing the Giants during the weekend that I was supposed to make my decisions, and it was a real gut check. Just dropped me to my knees after seeing this, and it was a clear sign that for me yeah, this is your calling. This is what you need to do. And based on that movie, I was going to give all the glory, to God for blessing me with this opportunity. And that's something that I decided I was going to do on the 50-yard line, and I've stuck to that all these years.
You received a letter from the school board. I mean, has this been a challenge to your faith, and how has it caused you to respond?
As far as my faith, I've kind of gone back and forth on that. My faith doesn't change at all. It's a personal thing that I do. They're not going to change. Nobody's going to change my beliefs or anything like that. It's been challenging. How do you be bold in your faith and fight the good fight? And is it, from that aspect of it, it is a battle, and it's not easy to stand up for your beliefs. And so that's a little bit challenging. It was more challenging as a, veteran, being a Marine for so many years and standing up for the Constitution and the rights of all Americans. And now all of a sudden, I don't have the same rights as all Americans in what I fought for all those years.
You spent 20 years in the Marine Corps. You defended the Constitution, the people of the United States, and now you find your very rights challenged. I mean, has that kind of rocked you a little bit?
That is probably the number one thing that has really surprised me. I've gotten a crash course on the Constitution. I have so many people say, read the Constitution, read the Constitution. And so I've read it. I've read the First Amendment. And, when it says the First Amendment about Congress not, establishing a religion, well, that's not what I'm doing. And then the second part of that is, that they cannot, go, stop me from my religion or speech or press or any of those things. And so I was really confused. It says that I can't establish a religion, nor will anybody prevent me from my religion. Well, both those things, I don't understand what the real issues are and how I don't have the same rights as every American. It floors me. It really, really does.
Tell us what you're going to be praying tonight when you go out on that field alone. What's going to be going through your mind and your heart?
Oh, I wish I could really answer that. I never have a real set prayer. I don't have any scripted thing. I just say what's on my heart, and I know that I'm giving thanks. And that's really what all of it is about, is these young men that I've been blessed with and having the opportunity to be this small part in their life. So, and probably tonight will be thank you for getting me and the team through all of this, and, being able to be bold in my faith and thanking him for giving me the strength to do it.
Well, Coach Joe Kennedy, we'll be praying for you for strength and for grace, and all of our viewers at CBN News. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks a lot. You guys be blessed.